You ready? Okay, so we're gonna make an old fashioned today. And we're gonna make it the old fashioned way. I mean, now you go to these, very fancy cocktail bars, mixology's really in now. They do, I'm not saying they don't do great great old fashions, but it doesn't look like an old fashioned to me because the fruit is not in the glass. So I'm gonna show you how to make it an old fashioned way. We're gonna make one with a bourbon. This is from Chicago, and then we're gonna make one with the old standard that my wife loves so much, Crown Royal. It's a Canadian whiskey. Speaking of Chicago, the first time they ever saw Old Fashioned, or that it's been recorded as a cocktail, was in a newspaper. I'm pretty sure it was the Chicago Tribune. However, to be fair to Kentucky, they claim it as being the drink that they invented in 1881. You guys do the math. 1880 in print, it was Chicago. Anyway, so here we go. We're going to cut our ingredients first. An orange. Now, the way you cut an orange, this is important just for other cocktails, is different than how you do a lemon or a lime. But I'm going to have to use a lemon to demonstrate because my daughter just came over here and ate one of the slices that I was using for the orange. So from top to bottom, north to south is how you hold the orange, like this. And then you cut it down. So of course the lemon is pretty oblong, the orange is going to be nice and fat and everything. Don't do it sideways like this. You go top to bottom, and then you put it on its side like that. So after I've done this, I put it on its side, and that's when you cut your slices. All right, and one of the reasons why you do this is because that's how you get this nice little separation here, and you can garnish a drink really nice. But we're not going to garnish the drink. We're throwing it right in there. So we're going to put an orange. You can put 2 oranges if you want. Depends how fruity you want this. We are going to take a cherry. Actually, not just one cherry. We're going to do a couple cherries. Now, we could do, these are just your basic maraschino cherries. Maraschino is how the Italians would say. Speaking of, there's some really nice cherries that you could use that really would give some nice flavor to the drink. What are they called, Ruma?
Luxardo.
Luxardo. You should know that. Luxardo is very famous for their Amari too. All right, so we put a couple cherries in there. Then we put a cube of sugar. We don't have a cube, so we're just going to put some sugar in there, approximate a cube. Then we're going to do 4 dashes of bitters, just regular Angostura aromatic bitters would be fine. You want to be fancy, put orange bitters, that works. I wouldn't go too crazy otherwise with the type of bitter. And then we're going to muddle. Now, some people put other fruit in there. You could put like a little piece of lemon in there. You could put a lime in there. I don't think you want to go too crazy. This flavor profile right here is what does really well with the whiskey, in my opinion. Oh, you can already smell that come mixing together nice. The bitter kind of shines right through that cherry and orange. All right, so you do a nice muddle. All right. Where's my camera person? See, look at that. So it's nice and muddled in there. All right. Now, there are a couple of different ways you do this. This is the way I do it. I like to put a little splash of club soda in now. Boom. Boom. You see that? Then we put the ice in. Now, a lot of people like to put the ice in first, then the club soda.
You've washed your hands before, that's correct.
Yes, I wash my hands thoroughly. You have to wash your hands every 2 seconds now. Keep the COVID off them.
That's right.
All right, and then you do your whiskey. This one's going to be the Koval from Chicago. Excellent. Very interesting bourbon in that, in addition to because with a bourbon, we all know that you have to have in the mash bill the largest percentage, over 51%. This is like 70% corn. And then after that, you can put whatever type of grain you want. And in this situation, and usually it's barley and wheat. In this situation, it's actually millet. So this is actually gluten-free, believe it or not. That really matters, but because, the alcohol's going to kill any gluten, but some people don't believe that. All right, and then this one's going to be our old-fashioned. Now, I like to give it a little top of soda again, and again, that's another way some people do it, is they don't put the soda in the beginning. I think it's important to. I think it really brings out the flavor of the fruit. And instead they do it all at the end right here. All right, and then that's it. And then what do we have here? Just a couple of little stirs. I think are very important for this cocktail. And then we enjoy. And this Crown Royal Canadian whiskey is for my wife.
Thank you, darling. Chin chin.